I want you to imagine that you're a college student and you have the biggest exam of your life tomorrow. You can't focus because your attention span is absolutely cooked and your cognitive abilities are non-existent because you have 8 hours of screen time. But you need to study for this exam. It's such an important exam. So what do? You get to thinking. My homeboy has Adderall. Bang! Although, what happens to you if you take Adderall? Isn't it illegal? What's the proper dose? What even is Adderall? In this video, I'll be giving you all the information you need about the magical study being taken over the Western world today. Let's get into it. Adderall is a central nervous system stimulant used to treat ADHD, but sometimes also narcolepsy. It's also an amphetamine, so you often hear, is Adderall meth? We will get into all of this soon. Individuals with ADHD have depleted dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. The lack of dopamine in individuals with ADHD causes them to seek out stimulation in every which way, which leads to their distractibility. This is where Adderall comes in. It also causes the release of norepinephrine, which stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, which is where your fight or flight response occurs, causing you to lock the in. It can help heighten focus, energy, attention, and alertness. 35% of college students have admitted to taking unprescribed Adderall, but the question is, does it actually help them achieve their goals, their study goals? Yeah, we're talking about studying. We're talking about taking drugs so you can study. Well, here's the news. The doctors say it's a crapshoot. Some studies show positive effects of unprescribed Adderall, while others show negative effects. Something that I found in my research is Adderall is mostly placebo effect. So get your roommate, if you need an Adderall, tell him fill up a little pill with a ton of sugar and have him hand it to you in random intervals, telling you it's Adderall. Based on my research though, I'm pretty sure that the way Adderall affects you is heavily correlated to your baseline dopamines. So if you have high dopamine and your ability to focus is already there, you probably won't see a lot of benefits. You'll probably get really cracked out and it'll probably look like you're on meth. So make the right decision. Studies have shown that good diet, good hydration, and a proper night's sleep can supersede the effects of unprescribed Adderall on a given student. The short-term effects of Adderall are loss of appetite and insomnia, as well as increased heart rate and increased blood pressure. But the long-term effects, get ready for it. Emphasize most of these are seen in individuals who are not prescribed or they are prescribed and they're abusing it. Here they are. Significant weight loss, hallucinations, mood changes, cardiovascular issues, heart attacks, anxiety, depression, and much more. Stay off that Addy bean. Stay off that Addy bean if you don't need it. Earlier we discussed whether meth and Adderall were the same thing. They're not. They have different structural compositions. They're somewhat similar in the sense that they're a stimulant, but the major difference is that meth crosses the blood-brain barrier, causing its effects to be more immediate. And another element of meth is it's made in the streets. It's not made by scientists, so it's not going to be as pure. The two main types of release are immediate and extended. Immediate release works in 15 to 30 minutes and lasts for about 4 to 6 hours, whereas extended release works in about 30 to 60 minutes and lasts for about 10 to 12 hours. The most common dosage of Adderall in a prescription is 10 to 20 milligrams. What about vyvanse versus ritalin versus Adderall? You've probably heard of all of these different types of attention type drugs. What's the difference between them? A lot of elements, but in my research I found mostly it's due to strength and strength of side effects. So Adderall of the three is the strongest, but it comes with the strongest comparable side effects, followed by vyvanse, and then followed by ritalin. Again, differences are more complex than meets the eye, usually due to absorption and different chemical structures. So a lot going on internally. We're not gonna get into that. It's a simple elaboration video. Is it illegal to take Adderall if you're not prescribed? Yes, broski. It's a drug and you're not prescribed it. What are you talking about? Of course it's illegal. And the consequences can be significant. Although it makes me wonder, why is Adderall becoming so widely accepted if it's obviously being used by people who it's not prescribed to? Maybe this draws attention to the unnecessary pressures of school in the West, but I'm not gonna get political. Matrix. There you have it.